Good morning, everyone. It is morning here on Forgecraft. It is not morning in real life, but it's a new day here, and I have been streaming this a lot, but not really recording a lot of it because it's been a lot of busy work, but I wanted to do a video and show you guys the epically amazing progress that we've made. So everything's still the basic concept that we had before with McGarry's, but we've made some pretty incredible changes. So the first thing you'll see is that we updated the farm here. We made it way bigger. So now we've got everything in here. Carrots, potatoes, we've got peanuts, strawberries. We added way more pumpkins. I kept the vanilla and the cinnamon the same because we've not really been using that much of it. Wheat. And then we've gotten the sugar cane over here and kept the cocoa on the trees over here. So a couple of things, the animals are all gone. You'll see that. The golem is still in there, but we didn't need the animals anymore because there is the animal factory farm thing over by the workshop. But I'll show you what I did here. I added something in here because I was tired of like logging in and people not being logged in here so my crops wouldn't grow. So Dyer and Soren both helped me put this chunk loader together. So I can show you the lasers here. So now every time someone is offline, the things will continue to grow. Anything within the chunks of the lasers that you see over here. So everything within here will continue to grow. It's got the cocoa even included in there. So this actually worked out pretty perfectly. So we can turn those lasers off, but that's something that has really helped us kind of get established a little bit more and what allowed us to plant way more strawberries and peanuts since we will be using a lot of these in the restaurant. Pumpkins as well. You can make pumpkin pie, pumpkin cookies, and then obviously, you know, we're using cinnamon and vanilla and wheat. So we'll come back and harvest all of that here in a little bit, but I wanted to show you what was going on in the restaurant. So down here, everything's still the same. I did add some ender chests to transport items easily back and forth. Those quickly filled up from having done the additions to the farm out here. So we had to come up with another system, and I'm actually really proud of this. I think it's probably the most work I've ever done in vanilla. I did all of this myself. So I'm super excited about that. And the features in this are absolutely amazing. This is probably one of the coolest things I've done in terms of like actual survival ever in Minecraft. So I'm really, this is a Paula Deen type kitchen. So we added eucalyptus barrels with every ingredient that you would be able to need, require, use while working with the agriculture mod, and it's all in alphabetical order. So we do apples, beef jerky, bacon, and then the different kinds of beef, the different kinds of bread, butter, caramel, carrots, the cheeses, the chickens, anything and everything that you could use in the mod now has a place. So the only thing that we don't have, we do have some cooked steak here, cooked beef, if you will. We don't have cooked pork because those are just standard vanilla recipes, and I didn't really feel like that needed to be done since we've got the raw one, and then you would put it in here and be done. We are missing a texture here, which is the gelatin. I put that out to the side. One, because after spending like over an hour on a live stream time to alphabetize all of this by sorting it in my inventory, then realizing that I had forgotten gelatin, I was too tired to put it all back. Plus, it's not really used that much, so it's in its own place. But we've got beer and cooking oil, hot cocoa, milk, that is vinegar, water, and then we've got all of our utensils here, plates, cups, bowls. And then over here, I'm planning on doing like the step one, like the dough, the batter, the dough, the pasta dough, and then probably just normal potatoes in here on a plate. And then over here will be like the step two. So we'll put diced potatoes, mashed potatoes, whatever the situation is that will go in the step one recipes. Because if you look in the agriculture mod here, let's pull this up if I can spell. There's a lot of step one. So like cookie dough is dough. So let's look at the cookies. Where are we here? Cookie dough is dough plus pumpkins. So I wanted to be able to have all of this step one. If you look at the diced potatoes, it's just potatoes here. But then you can take diced potatoes and you can turn them into cheese fries. You can turn them into bacon cheese fries. We may do with hamburger. I may go ahead and pre-make some hamburgers. I'm not quite sure yet, but that's what's going to go in these barrels right here. So we had initially looked at doing something for this system like an AE system. However, there's two reasons I didn't do that. One, because I actually just like the look of seeing it all here. I think it really represents the mod very, very well, to show you all of the different kinds of things that you can use and make. So we've got crushed peanuts and peanut butter and regular peanuts and roasted peanuts. So that all in itself is just an addition with the mod. So I wanted to be able to see all of that. Plus, I wanted people to be able to come into the workshop and see what they were working with. And I don't know, I really like that. So that's number one. Number two is that in order to do the AE system, you had to put pipes underneath the barrels, and there were like some crazy stipulations with how that was working, and you couldn't stack them, which meant we were going to have a whole separate room. So I don't know, I just feel like it's easier this way. You know, you need an apple, you just go here and you left click one apple and you're done. Versus if you had the AE monitor, you had to go to it, click it, type it in apple, then drag it out. It just seemed like this was easier. So before everyone in the comments goes, you should have done an AE system, which I agree is very, very cool. There were reasons why we opted to not do that and to keep it this way. So this is the, we'll call it the pantry, I guess, of the different things. And that, I guess, would be considered our refrigerator. I'll probably put some basic ice cream, like the start of the ice cream mix. I think, yeah, there's just basic ice cream mix there, but then you can make vanilla or chocolate or strawberry. And then in these cabinets in here, those are just basic supplies. In these cabinets, I'll put the completed different things. So we have a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We've got ice cream with chocolate sauce. We did do some Jell-O, some fried chicken. That all will go in these cabinets in here for people to use. Soren helped me make this amazing thing here, which, because I was tired of having to run out and get buckets of water, so now we have this fluid transposer that if I need cups of water, I literally just put it in there and right click it and pull it out, which is amazingly handy, and I am so excited about that. It has made working in here so easy. Now I wish we could do that with milk. I don't think it's feasible to run pipes from the cows all the way here, if that even was something that we could do. So basically what I've been doing for that is just running out here and then putting my milk buckets in here and then just right clicking the cows and getting a bunch of milk and then going back in and putting the milk in the cups. I don't think I have. Oh, I do have cups. So then basically we just put the cups here and then left click and fill all those up. So that's pretty much what I've been doing with that. We'll put these out of our inventory so we don't have to see them. So that's pretty much been what I've been doing milk collection using. We have plans to do an AE system. So there were two reasons behind keeping the kitchen the way that we're keeping it here. One, because I wanted people who were on the server and didn't know about agriculture to be able to come down here and mess around, and if they wanted to make bacon cheese fries, they could make it easier by just making it themselves, or if they wanted to learn how to make the cheese, you know, there's vinegar and water and the things that they need to be able to make that. So I wanted it to be the agriculture version of the workshop that Dyer has upstairs. Some people may not be impressed with this, but I feel like this is the first time on Forgecraft I've made a pretty significant improvement or addition to the server. So I really like agriculture. I really like it. There are some bugs with it, but they're fixing them and I cannot wait. I have a lot of suggestions, so I'm hoping to get to talk to them and give them some advice on things that I think could make the mod better, because I absolutely love this mod. I would love to see you get some kind of a buff, because making something like a bacon cheeseburger. So if we go, let's try to find a bacon. I think there's a double bacon cheeseburger. Double Yeah, so here's a double bacon cheeseburger, right? So you take 2 bacon cheeseburger, but a bacon cheeseburger is made by adding bacon to a cheeseburger, which means by adding cheese to a hamburger, which is made by making bread, a hamburger patty, and plates. But you make the bread with a loaf of bread, which is made with dough, which is made with water and flour. Like, it's a very, very complicated process. But then to eat a double cheeseburger, it maybe only will just refill a couple of bars on your hunger bar. So I would love to see for a complicated recipe like that to get some kind of speed boost or hunger boost or strength or something for the more complicated you get. We were talking about it last night. So for a carb, every serving of carb, if you had 2 pieces of bread, that'd be 2 servings. You would get 30 seconds of speed because carbs give you energy. So for carbs, since there's 2 slices of bread, you'd get a full minute. For protein, you have 2 hamburgers in there, you'd get a full minute of strength. For dairy, you would get something else like invisibility or healing, because that's what a bucket of milk does. So I would love to see that have a much bigger role in the game. I think it would make it worth it to do all the time and invest everything, like the probably now 10 hours I've invested in building this kitchen and getting it set up. I think that could be really, really, really good. So if you agriculture people are listening, I would love to see you do that. I know that it is a lot of work, but I think that this could really, really make it worth the investment and the time. I know that there was talks at one point about drinking beer in the game and having it give you like a dizzy effect, or drinking hot chocolate and having it give you some kind of a healing effect. So I would love to see all of that. That would absolutely make my Minecraft year, because I think it's great. So then we added a wood barrel here with charcoal. There was an ender test up there that said, please take this, I have too much, which is perfect because we use it all the time between making our different, we can go add that, our ceramic bowls, and our cups and all of that. But then we also use it for almost everything else. So the oven, we've used it. We use it in the fryer. We use it in the processor. It gets used literally everywhere. So that's added a lot to that. So we have the wood barrel with that. We have the transposer. We have the furnace. We have all of the different tools and appliances that you would need for agriculture. And then we've got, obviously the cabinets. So the idea, once I get a little bit more invested in this, I want to have a lot of different ingredients. So I want to have way more. I want to have at least a stack of everything. So a stack of bread, a stack of butter, a stack of breadcrumbs, at least a stack of every single item in here. We may have to get some more ovens working temporarily to get, baked potatoes and some other things going. But I want to be able to have a stack of every single item in here to make it just a lot easier for people to come in and not feel like they're taking resources. So that means we have a lot of hot cocoa to make. We have a lot of beer, although those don't really do anything for us now in the game, but it is what it is. Milk, and then all of that. So we'll work on that as we go along. But the plan is to make the different items like a double cheeseburger, a regular cheeseburger, French fries, bacon cheese fries, whatever. What is going on here? So basically to do any of that and make it so that the completed items would go into maybe something back here. And then we want to have, you can actually dye the AE system monitors red, which in turn makes them actually pink. So we want to make it so that you could come up to an order screen like here, click on your order, and then pull out whatever the item is that you needed, and then we would have a full stack of like bacon cheeseburgers, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming to get turtles, or to figure out an automated way to make everything at this point is too complicated because there's so many steps involved with making something like a double bacon cheeseburger that the time putting into coding something is probably not worth it, in our opinion. But if you guys have a suggestion, I would be much open to hearing it. So that's going to go probably right about here. So it's at eye level, and then we'll probably make some cute little signs or something. We're going to do some touch-up stuff in here where we'll change the lamps out. I want to do maybe an Alumite arch because McDonald's has the golden arches. So I think the Ari's Alumite arch right here would be pretty cute. And then just for for reasons of being fun. We're going to, let's turn into a bat and I'll show you the plan for that. We are going to do a boat drive-through, which should be pretty fun. I kind of want to make a rail that goes all the way, so it's like an automated rail you can just hop on and then stop it right here, and then you would be able to put your order through the drive-through, and then it would bring you back around, and you could just stay on your little minecart, and then you would be able to order your food through the drive-through. That's kind of the goal. To do that as well. That's just a more fun little piece that we're going to add once we get the AE interface going up on the front. So I'm really, really excited about where this is coming and how it's going. I feel like, again, this is probably the most contribution I've made to Forgecraft, which is really nice. Instead of just playing and being like, look at all the pink things, I'm taking something that I don't feel like a lot of people have visibility into or are interested necessarily in using, or if they have used it, not to this extent. So I'm hoping that the agriculture mod developers are watching and they're proud of what they've done, because it is very, very cool. Obviously we have a little iron golem chef in here working away. But yeah, so a lot of work's been done. I'm streaming this a lot because I love working on this. This is the reason why I'm so glad that Pahimar and Dyer encouraged me to join Forgecraft, because things like this, like a small mod that just changes the way that you maybe eat in the game, just completely revamps your excitement level about the game and changes the dynamic and things that you can do. So I've really been enjoying this, and I'm enjoying the idea of Dyer teaching me actually about how to use AE and AE systems for the purposes of making this better. So maybe I'll get into another mod as equally as I've been excited about that. But yeah, make sure that you check out the Twitch page, because we do a lot of impromptu Q&As and funny things, and it's me working on stuff that I don't really feel like is content you guys would particularly enjoy, me just chopping down trees and, you know, making barrels. So yeah, that's progress. We've come a long, long way, even though the exterior looks the same. The interior is completely different, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I hope you guys are too. I cannot wait to see you guys on Twitch or in the comment section below. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you in game soon. Bye.